Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What's on the Menu, Nate. Well, it's been a while, but I've been experimenting with my new equipment. And so far, we're going on a smaller scale this time around. I'm going to show y'all how to do jarred foods. Say like if you wanted to, say like jar some fruit, like right now, I have like a pre-jarred container of pineapple chunks, and we also have some extra pineapple here on the side too to get it nice and flavorful. Now, as you see here, I have your average everyday blender, but this one has a customized spout on the front of it, which will make it a little bit easier. Instead of having to lift the container up and pour the contents into the jar, I can just stick the jar right up underneath the spout and pour the excess juice into it. Now for the juice itself, now you can also add some other stuff, say like apples or raspberries to give it a little more flavor too. That's which on this episode we're going to do. Now you can use the juice other than just your regular drinking juice. You can use this to say sweeten up your teas or your waters. Like say if you were to make lemon lime water, instead of just using a regular lemon or a sliced lemon or a sliced lime piece and squeeze the juice out of it into your regular glass, you can instead of doing that, you can just toss it in your blender, or if you don't have a blender, you can use a juicer. But unfortunately I do not have a juicer, but a blender will do just about the same thing, except for at the bottom in this particular blender that I do have, it will leave the excess stuff left over from the pineapple and any of the others. But if we blend it real fine, we can get a good juice out of it. Now there are a couple of different settings on here. They do have a dispense setting and a smoothie setting and a milkshake setting on this particular blender. Now blenders have different settings. Most of them are you can use for just about any type of setting that involves drinks. Like this one also have on the very last one is also an icy dry one setting, which you would say if you were to put ice in here with some different alcoholic drinks, you could make like say like BMs or such. I'd rather not say the whole names and all. That would take too much time. But we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now what I use the pineapple for, I use it to sweeten my waters or any of my teas, just to give them a little more flavor, and instead of using straight out sugar and such. What you'll do now, once you're done making it, you'll use the same jar that you got and put the juice back into it. But on this one, we're going to do pineapple, raspberries, and yellow apples on this one. So what you'll do is, along with the juice, you'll pour that in because you're going to need a little liquid to get it started. So what you'll do is dump the whole contents in here. Just reuse the same jar that you got. Now the jars that you used, you can use any type of jar that you have a lid, if you have a lid with it, and you can use some of it to preserve or age stuff in it. So, but if you want to have an excellent jar to do to preserve stuff, I would suggest your average everyday mason jar. And you can also use those for like pickling and such, but we're not doing on that on this episode. Okay, and now we chose the apples. Now, if you have like any so like any apples or any fruits that's sure about to that's about to go bad or so. Like say if you find like any brown on them, just cut around it and just get the rest of the good stuff off of it. Which on this particular apple, there isn't any thing bad with it, but just cut it up. Just cut it up, like how we're doing here, on a nice clean cutting board. Like how I've got it right here, and how I got the top sliced off like that. Just give me 1 minute to adjust the camera. To give y'all a little bit of an eye view of our cutting board. Now our cutting board, we're using a different one this time. Instead of your average day plastic one, we'll be using the a wooden one. Now before you use the your cutting board, make sure you also have a clean surface to go with that cutting board. Now you can cut the apple in different ways. You can cut it from the side or cut it from the top, like I did here. That, or cut it off from the other side, whatever which way. But make sure you also cut off the bottom too, and just make sure you avoid the stem on it, and then just cut it nice and fine. Now you can save the peeling if you want, which I like to save the peeling on some of these because you also have a little more extra to eat onto there, or extra to drink, give you a little more, a little bit more bang for your buck, which I would say. Now, once you're done, you can either eat. Now, I've seen some people also eat the core, or such, but once you're done with the core, just throw it away, and then just move on to the next apple. Now, as also while you're going to, take some of the contents of the apple that you already got, and then just chunk it in the blender, like what we're doing right now. Just take it, handful, and just chunk it in the blender. That'll give that more flavor. Now, I like yellow apples. Just to me, they're sweeter. Red ones, they're kind of tart to me, and also the green apples, to me, they're kind of sour, but everybody has their own taste, so it's your choice. So let's finish cutting this apple up, and we'll go ahead and move on to the rest of the fruit. Cut that apple nice and fine until it's down to the seeds. To me, it's better not to waste too much. One of the reasons why I prefer not to cut off the peeling. All right. Even though I wasted the core, you could save the seeds though, but unfortunately right now the soil that I live at isn't very good for planting apples, being honest, because most of the soil around here is made of clay, has clay. But all right, and once you are done putting the apples into your blender, you'll take your any other fruits that you got. Say if you like, now since we're doing raspberries, we'll put some of those in there. Now, make sure you also constantly check your berries and put them in a cool place, because I found out that if you leave them in a different area, say like outside of your refrigerator, sometimes they can collect mold. Because I remember buying a fresh container of blueberries, and they were completely covered in mold. So just make sure you keep them in a dry place, or jarred up, like I showed you on the one of our previous videos for jarring foods. But if we hadn't gone over that, we'll do that in another episode. All right, and we also have some extra pineapple here on the side. So what we'll do, take that and put a couple of extra pieces in here on top of that. Now the pineapple that I used on the first go that has the juice, I've been letting it set in here for the past while to age. So this pineapple is it's not fresh pineapple, but it is actually canned pineapple, which I've been letting that age for a few weeks, so it has some good flavors with it. Now it's been marinating in its own juices, so it ain't expired. Been keeping that up on the date. Okay. Now once you are ready to blend, you'll put your lid on, and if you also wanted to add any extra things to it, just take off the plastic top right here off the top, and you can actually stick some more items at the top, or you can add a one of those mixers and put it in the center and actually move it around to get any chunks that are in the blender out of the way, to make sure they blend finely. And once you're ready, just put the cap on, and then just hit turn the dial on whatever you want. Now we'll use dispense. So look at that, how it's blending. It's blending up nice and fine. Getting a nice good juice. Now it's turned to red. It's turned to red from the raspberries. And it blended up nicely with the blended up quite nicely with the fresh pineapple and the aged pineapple and the apples. Now make sure you also shake it around too. And now we're done. Once that's finished, what you'll do next is just use your jar that you had, put it right up underneath the spout, and then turn that. And get all that juice out. Yeah, it'll take a few to get it all out, but it may take some time for you to tip it over. But if it gets clogged like this and all that, just close the spout and turn it over, and then just pour it in there as hand. Now, as you see here, it's dripping out in clumps. If you have this problem, add some more water to it. Just take off the top, turn on your water, and just put some in the top right there. And just put it back on, and then just blend it some more. And then just pour that in. Yeah, look at there, see? See how finely that went in? Let's try a little bit of that. Now that added a little bit more than what we needed, but we're actually going to jar some of this extra bit. Now, to give it a good taste, just get your spoon and then just try a step. That turned out pretty good. That'll be what we also use to flavor our waters. Now, I've already jarred this bit of stuff already. So what we'll do is with the excess stuff, we're not gonna waste it. Let's see what else we got. For other storage containers, if you have any left excess over, just use some extra jars just to put it in, or say like if you have an extra water bottle on hand to get the rest of the excess juice out. Just put it under the spout and then just let it fill up. And then, so you don't have to worry about it being on the machine, just dump it in an extra container. Now, as this thing gets lower, just take the excess out of the regular bottle that you already have, and then just add it back to the jar. And that's how you do it. Now, once you're done with your blender and all that, make sure you wash it out so you can make sure to get all the excess out of it and get it prepped and ready for the dishwasher. Yeah, just wash it out. Get it prepped and ready for the dishwasher whenever you're ready. Now, since we did a full dispense, milkshake, and icy dry settings, it got rid of all the pulp and leftovers, because these blades are the blades in this one are fairly fine, so it got it all minced up and chopped. And then whenever you're ready to put it in the dishwasher, just take it apart. And this one has a particular rubber seal on the bottom, so just that separates it between the which I'll show you. Well, which will take off the bottom here, which you see the rubber seal right there. Take that off to keep it separate from this and the pitcher right here. Whenever you're ready to put it in the dishwasher, and save that seal, because you're going to need to put that back on after the dishwasher is done. All right, and once you are finished with your dispense and your jarring for any of your fruit pulps or so, now you see how I also did this. This can also be a drink all to its own as a smoothie, which in this one, we had pineapple, aged pineapple, or aged canned pineapple, fresh pineapple, yellow apples, and raspberries. Now, it tasted pretty good. You can drink this as an alternative to, say, if you're losing weight and whatnot, or just say if you wanted to have a quick little breakfast instead of eating yogurt, just take a sip of this to settle your appetite. And then once you're done, you'll take your jarred stuff and just put it back in the fridge. Once you're done. And then just put the rest of your contents off to the side, and you're all set. Okay, and now as you see right here, they are now situated.